And the Blue Dragons, it has been a lopsided matchup over the years with Hutchinson dominating this series. And make no mistake about it, this is a big game for Hutchinson because this is one that the Lady Blue Dragons need to have. And it's not always easy to win on the road, even when you feel you have more talent than the team you're playing.
Yeah, I think if you're wondering how much trouble the Blue Dragons are in this season, this will be a good gauge for it. 0-2 starting off in the conference, but as you mentioned, so are the Pratt Beavers. Here's the thing about the Pratt Beavers statistically. Nowhere, as you look down the list, can you find them somewhere in the top 100 in the nation. In fact, when it comes to field goal percentage shooting for this team, in the bottom 7 of the nation, an ice-cold 27.1% from the floor, and all the way down at number 173 on that chart.
And only one young lady averaging in double digits for the Pratt Beavers in that starting lineup. Hutchinson and Pratt, we have tip-off a couple of minutes away. We're about to settle down and enjoy our national anthem here. And while we do that, we need to let you listen to these friends of Hutchinson Community College and Hutchinson Community College sports. We return in 2 minutes.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us at Anchor Away 662-3100 and we'll have it ready for you. Choose from our selection of breakfast burritos, biscuits, or one of our 5 different complete breakfast plates. Breakfast from 7 to 10:30, Monday through Saturday. If you missed us for breakfast, we're here for lunch and dinner too. Pick up your favorite Mexican dinner or take some home for the family. We're open till 9. That's Anchor Away, drive-through, carry-out, and catering under the water tower at B&. Adams in Hutchinson, 662-3100.
Imagine for a moment the best deal ever on smartphones. Got it? I bet Next Tech Wireless has you beat. Now through the end of the year, get up to 5 smartphone lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for only $100. Whether 3 lines, 4, or 5, it's just $100. And the deals don't stop there. All smartphones are buy one, get one free. Say hello to unlimited gifting, unlimited data, and unlimited holiday happiness. Certain restrictions apply. Merry Christmas from Next Tech Wireless.
Hello, this is Tom Elliott of Elliott Mortuary, and again this year we are pleased to help sponsor HCC Blue Dragon Sports. We encourage you to support all the Blue Dragon game here on KWBW and Country 102.9. Elliott Mortuary and Crematory, a proud sponsor of Hutchinson Community College and honored to have served the families of Hutchinson and Reno County since 1935.
Hi, I'm Ken Hyman, General Manager of Midwest Superstore in Hutchinson. We're proud to be a sponsor of HCC Sports. You have choices when it comes to your vehicle purchases, and a better way is more than a slogan. Any new or select pre-owned purchase comes with our Advantage Rewards benefits. That's complimentary car washes with every service visit, a loaner car with any major service. It also means everyone has deals, but do they take care of you after the sale? Visit us at MidwestSuperstore.com and go Blue Dragons.
The singing of the national anthem by a young lady who is a 7th grader but has a big-time voice. And if that sets the stage for the evening, it should be a special one indeed.
I know Pratt is a little bit worried. They have a lot of stuff going on at downtown tonight. A lot of the Christmas tree lighting is going on in the park. So they're worried about how many fans they can get, especially to this first ball game.
For the Blue Dragons, Coach John Honches will. Alicia Brown is from Leavenworth. She's a sophomore at 5'8", 11 points a game. Tia Bradshaw from Dodge City, 5'8", freshman, has a sister playing, not in the starting lineup. Tia averages 6.5. And Nene Roebuck from Olathe averages 12.5. And Jada Mickens is the leading scorer on this team. She's from Liberal, averaging just under 16 points a game. For the Pratt Beavers, it's Tiana Tullis. San Antonio, Texas is home, 5'8", freshman, averaging 5. Tanisha Lewis, a 5'8" sophomore from Norman, Oklahoma, 7 points a game. Jada Catlin averages 11. She's 5'5", a sophomore from Denton, Texas. And if you want to hunker down, Anchor Heights, Texas would be a pretty good place to do it. That's the home of Dakota Smith, who is the 4th starter for Coach John Isley. She's a 6-foot freshman, tallest girl in the starting lineup. She averages 6. And then it is Adriana Wesley from Sedgwick, Kansas. She averages a couple of points a game, 5'7", a sophomore. Again, Pratt 1-4, 0-2 in the league, and Hutchinson 2-2 on the season, but winless in 2 tries in the league. Pratt Beavers being introduced to what is at the moment a sparse crowd. I'd have to say that right now there's never been as many people here from Hutchinson as from Pratt.
And that was what I was told at the beginning from their radio play-by-play guy was you guys are going to have more fans in the stands tonight than we will.
Starting lineups have been introduced to the folks here at Dennis Lesh Sports Arena. Going to be hard for me to call it anything but the Beaverdome because that's what it has been for so many years. Been a lot of great battles here, particularly on the men's side. Hutchinson has come away with a vast majority of wins in those, but most of those have been very competitive, less so on the women's side. John Onches talking to his Lady Blue Dragons and John Isley, rookie coach for the Pratt Beavers. This is a roundhouse, very much like the one in McPherson. So if you've been to watch the Bullpups play, you have that one and this one, though, there's more room in the corners. At McPherson, you can hardly step out. Dragons decked out in road reds with blue numerals. Pratt in white with blue numbers. And we are ready to go. And the tap is up, easily controlled by the Blue Dragons. Tia Bradshaw takes it to the right side on the dribble, looks at a man-to-man offense. They weave it out front, work it to the left side where Nene Roebuck has it. Back to Alicia Brown, now right side. 30-second shot clock in a women's game. Ball out front. Jada Mickens has it. Bring it out front, work it to the right side of the floor. Now gets rid of it on the left side of the floor, gets it back on the point, 10 to shoot. Ball in the hands of Tanisha Lewis between the rings out front. Now off to Smith, 2 to shoot. 3-point try from the top of the key, banked in. Kind of a prayer answered for Jada Catlin. And the Pratt Beavers draw first blood, 3-0 beginning. Brown handles for the Blue Dragons. Dragons reverse it to the right side of the floor where Sarah Kramer has it. Now Mickens stops out high, gives to Alicia Brown. Brown penetrates, runs to the window, got fouled on her drive to the basket. And a couple of free throws coming for the young lady from Leavenworth.
I'd say I can get yourself to the free throw line. That can be the name of the game here tonight. And 12th in the nation from the charity stripe.
And this, I thought, like they've decided, the foul came before the shot.
They are. It's just Brown's contact came. Pick it clean and get it put back into the eye. That can be really uncomfortable.
So free throw shooter in the young season, 6 out of 10, now 7 of 11. And the Blue Dragons are on the scoreboard. Brown, a very aggressive player, good rebounder underneath. Misses the second free throw, but the rebound caroms out in front, and Brown able to track it down. So the Dragons, who won, maintain possession of the basketball. Roebuck to Brown, back to the top. Mickens fires up. The rebound off to Pratt. Pulling it down for the Beavers, Tanisha Lewis. Works to the right side of the floor. Stockley out front to Tanisha Lewis, who works to her left. Picks up the dribble. Dragons come out to try to double team. Ball loose momentarily. Shot clock at 10 as the Beavers maintain possession. Catlin with the left hand stops, pops from 15, and got a kind roll. She has had 2 of the nicest bounces off the rim that you could ever have. 1 of 3 and 1 of 2, and it is 5-1 Pratt. For the Blue Dragons, Tia Bradshaw on that right sideline. Both teams man-to-man here in the early stages. Sarah Kramer off to Roebuck. Brown has it on the left side. They try to force it inside. Lucky they don't turn it over. Open avenue to the basket. And a reverse lay-in by Tia Bradshaw goes. I was going to say she made that shot harder than she needed to. taking the easier shot, but it is 5-3. For the Beavers, holding out front is Tullis. Tullis off to Tanisha Lewis. Now it goes to Dakota Smith. Smith at the top of the key. Left side. Shot from the wing by Adriana Wesley. Misses. Rebound taken away and scored by Tiana Tullis inside. Tullis just out-hustled Hutchinson for the basketball, and it is 7-3 Pratt. Blue Dragons trying to get on track here. Down in the early stages of the first quarter. Right side it is Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Mickens, who comes out high to handle. Off to Roebuck. Now they try to go inside, and it's deflected away by Pratt. Should stay with the Lady Dragons.
Interesting move here to have Kelsey Brett be the sixth one into the ball game. We'll see if she can get going. She's a great three-point shooter. She's shown that in practice. She's shown that in high school. Only 1-3 to her in the last game against Cloud County.
Going to have to put it up or there's going to be a shot clock violation. Dragons get it off from the side by Mickens. It doesn't go. Rebound inside. Follow shot by Nene Roebuck is good. So it is 7-5 for Pratt. Jada Catlin controls on the right side of the floor. Out front to Tullis. Pratt has been patient on all of their possessions, working it down toward the end of the shot clock before taking the shot. Tullis has it at the top of the key, drives, cut off nicely, plays it out front, and the three-pointer up and good. Another three-pointer, this one knocked down by Lewis.
For a team that shoots so poorly coming into this game, they're shooting hot tonight.
And it is a 10-5 Pratt lead. Blue Dragons having some spacing issues. Now get it on the left side of the floor to Kramer. Now it goes inside to Mickens, turns, shoots, doesn't get it. That's Roebuck missing. Rebounded by Mickens. Now out in the corner to Brett. And back out front. New shot clock for the Dragons, Tia Bradshaw.
Swing it, let's go!
You can probably hear Coach Ancha saying run the offense. And then the ball goes off the foot of Tia Bradshaw as she was cutting down the right side of the lane and out of bounds.
Just those unforced errors that have been so tough for the Blue Dragons in conference play. 34 turnovers against Seward and another 20 last game, and had almost gotten through 5 minutes of this one before the first turnover.
It is 10-5 Pratt. We have, as Darren indicated, just about half of the first quarter remaining. For Pratt, handling is Adrian. Comes back to Tullis. Beavers will hit top of the key. Now the Beavers keep it up high. Ball knocked loose. Beavers will try to track it down. They step over and back, and Hutchinson will get it on the turnover.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Hutchinson with the basketball, trailing 10-5. Jumper from the top of the key is a little bit too hard, and the Dragons get an offensive rebound. A drive to the inside, and a shot off the window doesn't go. Pratt rips the ball away. Beavers with the lead. And they try to bounce it down, and it's off of a Blue Dragon and out of bounds. Beavers play it in, baseline right. Having trouble. Got it in on about a 4 count. The Beavers bring it out front. Shanna Parvin controls. Off to Tullis. Now on the right side of the floor is Polart. Kira gives it up to Lewis. Back top of the key to Tullis. 5 to shoot. Tullis looking, drives, and a foul on the drive. Dragons bailed out the Beavers as they were about to run out of shot clock. And it was Roebuck on the arm.
And had she not brought both hands down, she probably was going to force that shot clock violation. Way too tall for Tullis to try to get a shot over.
Beavers inbound way out front. It is Tanisha Lewis. Now Shanna Parvin. Still out front. Lewis has it. Working laterally. Defenses have been better than the offenses. Dragons come up, try to put some pressure on the basketball. Jara loose, still loose. They scramble for it. Shared possession. And the arrow will leave it with Pratt.
That's the one call I always kind of question. Can you just hug a player from the backside and get a jump ball? And that's what happened there. I'd rather see a hold in that situation.
Pratt inbounds, baseline left with 6 on the shot clock. Bring it way out high. And they have trouble getting a shot off. Shot comes from the side, and it's a shot clock violation. And Hutchinson will have the basketball, trailing 10-5 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter.
Sometimes you need that good defense to create good offense, and that could bode well if the Blue Dragons can turn some defensive steals into quick points.
For the Blue Dragons, it is Bradshaw that brings it up the floor. Now Roebuck gets it back, works to the right side and throws it behind Sarah Kramer, who
of the 54 a decent percentage have been ones just like that, where a guard is cutting and the passer thinks the guard is going to stay, or vice versa, where the guard stays and they thought the guard was going to cut.
And that's what you're talking about, just not being on the same page. Beavers with a 5-point lead, 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hutchinson sticking with a man-to-man defense. Nothing wrong with the defense so far. The offense has been very anemic. Pratt's shot from the wing is missed. Missed by Parvin, taken by Dragons. Dragons try to move quickly. Left side of the floor, it is Bradshaw. Inside, the ball fumbled, picked up. Dragons maintain it. Shot comes from the corner. It is missed by Brett and taken away by Pratt. So the Beavers continue to lead at 10-5, and now we have 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Left side of the floor is Tanisha Lewis. Lewis covered defensively by Brett. Bounces it inside to Dakota Smith. Smith working. Pretty good defense inside, and the Dragon defense is tremendous. Jada Mickens comes up with the basketball. Dragons throw long and too tall. They had Nene Roebuck breaking loose down the lane. Tough pass, though. It has to be perfectly thrown. Let her a little bit too much, and out of bounds it goes.
The other place those turnovers have been on those entry passes into the paint, and I understand that's more of a fast break situation, but if you're unable to drop it on a dime, you're better off letting Roebuck settle in down there. If she gets down there quickly, she'll still have an advantage in posting up. Maybe try to fit a bounce pass in there. Those chest passes and lobs have all been turnovers these last couple of contests.
So the Beavers with a chance to grow what is currently a 5-point advantage. And again, they have not been eager to take shots early in the shot clock. There comes one from the corner. It is missed by Chana Parvin, rebounded by the Dragons. Dragons get it to Brett. She drives, bangs it too hard off the glass. Rebound inside Mickens, and she's fouled as she turns to shoot. Free throws coming for Jada Mickens, who has yet to score in this game.
It's pretty evident here so far that the Blue Dragons are going to be able to run on the Beavers. Can they score, though, on those fast break opportunities? And I think the longer this game's go, you can already tell it's going to be tough for the Beavers to keep up already. Hands on hips.
Well, the Blue Dragons have had a million opportunities but haven't been able to put it in the basket. Dragons have it out front. Inside a minute to play. There's a drive down the lane, a pass to Mickens. She fumbles, falls down, and that's a travel. Unless she was fouled, and she was not.
That's a good bounce pass. It's a good place for Barber to try to put it in there for Mickens, and then it just gets mishandled under there. So finally, instead of a chest pass in the paint, you see one go where it needs to go on the bounce pass, and the Blue Dragons just can't hang on to it.
Has to be one of the lowest scoring quarters in a long while for Hutchinson with just 6. The bad news, Hutchinson has 6. The good news, Pratt has only a dozen. Ball knocked loose by Hutchinson, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Beavers. 20 left shot clock. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Beavers inbound to Parvin. Now it is Anderson with it. Gives it off to Tullis. Tullis fires up a 3. Is flat. Rebound taken by Mickens, and she is fouled. Foul will go on Tiana Tullis. Her second. All right, Dragons have 28 seconds to work with here in the quarter. No shot clock. And Pratt has shifted to his zone. Alicia Brown has it on the side. Dragons bounce it down on the baseline. Now inside Mickens, and her shot is good. Mickens off the window. Her first field goal. It is 12-8. Pratt down the floor. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Beavers bounce it inside. Shot blocked, and that'll do it. 1 quarter in the books, and after one from Pratt. It is the Pratt Beavers 12, Hutchinson 8. Second quarter in 1 minute.
Hello, my name is Dr. Brandy Weems, family practitioner at Summit Healthcare. We offer the full spectrum of family practice services, including well child checks, chronic disease management, and in-office procedures. Summit Healthcare is committed to providing quality family medicine and walk-in care to patients of all ages. As a Hutchinson native, I am honored to return to this wonderful community where the inspiration for my medical journey began. Appointment with me, Dr. Weems, at Summit Healthcare today, 662-6000.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Welcome back into the Beaverdome. Pratt leads it here after one, 12-8 for the Blue Dragons. 4 turnovers, not as bad as the 8 this team had in the first quarter of action against the Thunderbirds. 2 turnovers for Pratt Community College, and the big difference so far, the 2 3-pointers made by Pratt.
B. Hutchinson's basketball as we start stanza number 2. Brown inbounds. And the Blue Dragons with the first possession of the second quarter. Alicia Green has it. Gives to Mickens, tries to drive, cut off to Roebuck on the side. Back out to Green, tries to lob it inside, and it is going to be a turnover. Ill-advised lob pass into the post. Very, very hard to complete. And the Beavers with the takeaway. Pratt by 4, early second quarter. And a medium-range jumper is good. Jada Catlin has done most of the scoring for Pratt. She has 7. And Pratt leads 14-8. Blue Dragons could use a basket. Brown to Roebuck. Now on the side it is Mickens. Back out front. Back out front it is Mickens. Now Brown drives, makes a nice move, uses the left hand, off the glass and good. Alicia Brown with her third point. 14-10. It is Pratt leading Hutchinson. Early moments of the second quarter. There's a double dribble. And the Dragons will get it back.
Talked about the fast break opportunities in that first quarter, and you could see that Hutchinson is the better moving team, better able to get up and down the court. However, no fast break points out of any of those opportunities early.
Got several shots in close, banged them too hard off the glass. Brown has it on the left wing. Tosses it out front to Roebuck. Side of Hutchinson 3. Missed on the back iron. Nice rebound inside. Missing the stick back was Roebuck. Stays with it and converts. Nene Roebuck with a basket and a foul. The original 3 came from Coretta Hopkins. And the Dragons with good board work get 2 and a free throw that could cut the margin to just 1.
If anything, Desjardins able to pad her stats down there as a warning will go against the Beaver bench. Talking just a little bit too much, but Desjardins, she's had some trouble so far in this one finishing. Pads her stats a little bit before finishing through the foul.
Missed the free throw. Dragons tap it out front. Pratt comes up with a basketball. Hutchinson within 2, as close as they've been since the very early moments of the game. Dragons putting a little more pressure on the basketball as Pratt weaves it out front. Parvin operates, bounces it down inside. Catlin's shot is blocked by Mick, taken by the Blue Dragons. Brown in the middle of the floor on the run, tosses it to the wing, a drive to the inside, a shot off the glass won't go, follow shot does. Mickens with good board work.
The difference there is she's able to finish. She does it with her left hand. Earlier in a fast break situation, she tried to finish on the left side with her right hand. Didn't work.
So the Blue Dragons have scored 6 unanswered to tie the game at 14. 7:45 to play in the second quarter. For Pratt, Parvin, left side of the floor to Catlin. Catlin back to the point, which is occupied by Anderson. Now baseline drive from the right side, toss to the middle of the floor. Dragons pretty tough defensively. 3-point try, top of the key is missed. Hutchinson with the rebound and a foul on Pratt as Alicia Brown came up with the rebound and tried to go between two Pratt defenders on her drive to the offensive end. Got fouled.
Just a little bit of momentum, it feels like. The Blue Dragons will cause those a little bit of that momentum led after one quarter. But if you get a little bit of a run going here for Hutchinson Community College, that'll go a long way.
Third foul, by the way, on Tiana Tullis. Roebuck has it on the side. Now Brown up high, drives, uses the glass, scores. Underhand scoop from the right side by Alicia Brown is good. She has 5, and the Blue Dragons have their first lead of the game. 16-14. 7 minutes to go. There's a takeaway. Nice anticipation by Tia Bradshaw. Bradshaw drive to the basket. Got smacked from behind. Will be rewarded with free throws. And Pratt wants a timeout. Blue Dragons will have a couple of free throws, but before that, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're actually going to take a full timeout. We'll be back.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for one day only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon Athletics.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Low Incorporated, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
Come back on Hutchinson's Country Station, Country 102.9 and KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM. To start this second quarter of action, the Blue Dragons on an 8-2 run after trailing 12-8 early on after the first quarter of play.
And the Blue Dragons will come back to action with a couple of free throws. Shooting the free throws, Tia Bradshaw. First one is good. The Blue Dragons have their biggest lead of the game. It is a narrow 3-point margin, but it looks a lot better than looking uphill at a 6-point deficit. Second free throw, also good. Tia Bradshaw with good shooting form on those charities. Blue Dragon lead is 18-14. Dragons pressuring the ball out front. It is starting to bother Pratt a little bit. And the shot clock isn't working.
We've had that here before. I remember a few years ago, it was right off of the tip. They had trouble with that. So nothing new to have troubles with the shot clock in the Beaverdome.
If you are going to be an official at the table, the most obvious spot where your mistakes show up most prolifically is in the shot clock. Everybody notices. They get it straight. They put 18 on the shot clock. Pratt inbounds from directly in front of our broadcast position near center court. And the Beavers playing from behind now. It is Jada Catlin who has 7 to lead Pratt. And there is a violation on the Beavers.
Yeah, second time.
With a 4-point lead, have the basketball back. It is Tia Bradshaw at the controls. Works to the left side to Brown. Back to Bradshaw. Zone defense, Pratt at the moment. Dragons making that zone shift. Brown fires from the side, misses off the front rim. Rebound grabbed for Pratt by Adriana Wesley. Now to Jada Catlin. Catlin out front. Harassed defensively by Bradshaw. Shovels it off to Mackenzie Anderson. Anderson to Dakota Smith. Now left side of the floor, it is Wesley. 10 to shoot. Ball still out front. Tanisha Lewis hands to Catlin. Now 6 to shoot. Now 5. Now 4. She's a long ways away from where she wants to be. Throws it cross court. A desperation 3 goes in, but it came after the clock had expired. Good defensive set for Hutchinson.
Now for the Beavers, and it has been that defense that's suited them well. This team doesn't shoot well from the floor as it is. So if you harass them enough and force them to shoot up a shot that they don't want, you're putting yourself in a good situation.
Hutchinson trying to expand a 4-point advantage. Bradshaw comes to the top of the key to Brown, back to Bradshaw. Make that zone work. Now they play in the middle. Back to the wing. Shot from the side. 3 ball is good for Blue Dragons' Sarah Kramer. That's her 5th tray of the year. And Hutchinson leads at 21-14. Catlin goes behind a pick to the right side of the floor. Maintains the dribble. Defended aggressively by Bradshaw. Now swings it in the left-hand corner. Now it comes back out front. And a shot from medium range is missed by Lewis. Rebounded by the Dragons, who have things going their way right now. Tia Bradshaw to Barber. Now to Kramer. Back to the wing. Drive inside. And, boy, I don't know what Tia Bradshaw had in mind, but the Dragon interior pass goes awry, and Hutchinson turns it over.
She saw Mickens, and she tried to wrap that bounce pass around the defender, and unfortunately, you know how when you do a bounce pass, you try to get it about 2/3 to the player to get it there. Sometimes, depending on the type of situation, you may bounce it a third in front of you. She bounced it the entire way off the foot of Mickens.
Yeah, it was way too low for Mickens to handle. Pratt has it back. Dragons with a 21-14 lead. Catlin fires away for 3. Back iron. Rebounded out by Hutchinson. Mickens on the drive. Mickens plays it to Blue Dragon teammate Alicia Brown, and Brown with a huge amount of English on the basketball got it to go, but did they call a travel?
They did, yeah. In the NBA, that would be okay, but one extra little half in there the official didn't like. And I'll tell you what, Alicia Brown has a great support system here. Her entire family, or at least a good portion of her family, is here. They have custom-made shirts with her on it. They're beautiful shirts. I'd like to have one for myself.
Dragons continue to put a lot of pressure on the basketball. Miana Klaus in there now for Pratt. Gives it up to Anderson. Anderson jumps from the right side, misses badly. Rebound still on the floor. Dragons scramble for a piece of it. Klaus has it for Pratt. Finally a shared possession. 21-14 Hutchinson. We have 4 minutes and change to play in the first half.
Miana Klaus doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, just 12 minutes in 3 games, but you can see the tenacity that this homeschooler brings to the plate.
Beavers inbound out front. Juliana Diaz. Now cross court it goes, and a 3-point try is missed as the shot clock buzzer sounds. Rebounded out by Barber for the Dragons. Now Brown on the side. Back out front. 3-point try. Back iron miss by Tia Bradshaw. Rebound cleared out by Miana Klaus at 5'4", the shortest player on the floor. Klaus from Clearwater. Gets it off to Diaz. Now out front it's Dakota Smith. Dragons keeping the pressure on. Diaz gives to Smith, and Smith fires away, doesn't get it from the free throw line. And Dragon rebound is by Caleb Barber. Dragons try a 3 from the left side. This one doesn't go by Sarah Kramer, and a whistle and a foul on the rebound against Hutch.
Good box off that time by Brianna Cannon, and Mickens thought, well, maybe since I'm taller, I've got the height, maybe I can just reach over and get this one, but definitely came through the player, even though she's 6 foot and Cannon is 5'8", a lot of contact.
21-14 Hutch, 3 minutes to play in the first half. Right side drive by Klaus. Now off to Mackenzie Anderson. Sometimes starter, didn't start this game. Anderson tries to drive. Can't find an avenue, comes to the top key, now drives down the left side. Shot rejected by Barber, taken away by the Blue Dragons. Kelsey Brett now on the right side of the floor. Ball loose, Brett comes up with it. Now to Barber. Now the entry pass to the post and shot up and good from the left side. Nice move on the inside by Jada Mickens, and she'll be rewarded with a free throw to go with the made basket.
And it's so important for her to gain some confidence in this game. You know, she comes out and sets the record for scoring in her debut as a Blue Dragon with 34 and has really struggled the last couple of games to get going offensively.
Dragons trailed at one point in this quarter 14-8. Now they lead 23-14. If you do the math, that's a 15-0 run. And a free throw coming for Jada Mickens.
You get the feeling, too, that even just a 10-point lead is going to be enough and that the Beavers are not going to be able to make up any ground.
And the free throw by Mickens is good. Jada with 8. The Dragon lead has grown to 10. Hutchinson putting some pressure on in the backcourt. Miana Klaus brings it to the offensive end for the Beavers. Being harassed by Sarah Kramer. Gets a step, tries to go inside, turns it over. Dragons come up with it. Coming out there with it, Tia Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries to bounce it across the lane to Nene. She can't get to it, but it's out of bounds off Pratt. Dragons have had a lot of fast break opportunities. Haven't gotten a lot of points off of them.
Yeah, in fact, 0.
That's certainly not a lot. Dragons, though, with a nice run going and a 10-point lead.
Regular. Fourth quarter.
Swing it down on the baseline. A ball deflected out of bounds by Pratt. Shot clock at 16. 2:10 left in the first half. Rusty Hilst and Darren Dunn with you. Glenn Grunwald busy with National Championship volleyball. Ball tossed out high. Dragons, Sarah Kramer has it. Still the zone and 10 to shoot. Right side. 3-point try, up, missed off the back iron. Rebounded, though, on the deep corner by Mickens. And the Dragons hang on to it. There's a long three-pointer, not good by Kramer. Another Hutchinson rebound. Now it is Brett with it on the side. And Bradshaw drives inside, tosses it to the far corner. The corner three is up and good by Kelsey Brett. Maybe that's what she needs to get on track.
Just her second made 3 as a Blue Dragon.
It is 27-14. The Hutchinson run is 18-0 in the quarter. Dragons putting a lot of pressure out front, and it has really disrupted this pressure, this Pratt offense. Beavers with 10 to shoot. There's a drive by Dakota Smith. Smith turns, misses, rebounded by the Dragons, and there go the Dragons in a hurry to the offensive end. Bradshaw to the side. Baseline right, shot doesn't fall. Gets her own rebound off the miss. Does Sarah Kramer. Now goes inside and off the glass for 2, Dejanay Roba, or as they like to call her, Nene. The Hutchinson run is 21-0, and Hutchinson leads it now 29-14. Hutchinson has played probably its best quarter of basketball in this young season. For Pratt, they're struggling to get even a decent look at the rim. Wesley fires away from about 20 feet, doesn't get it. Dragons rebound. And a whistle, and Hutchinson's going to take a timeout. We'll take a short one.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has helped ideas to life. If you're looking to update a kitchen or bathroom or hoping to remodel your entire home, trust the team at Erickson Custom Building. We create customized plans designed around your dreams, ideas, and budget. For quality and follow-through on any home project, call Erickson Custom Building at 620-585-2816 or visit ericksoncustomBLDG.com.
Every rebound in this run has been going to the Blue Dragons. It's been one and dones on the defensive end as the Blue Dragons forcing the Beavers into shots they don't want and getting the rebound immediately off of the backboard.
Yeah, it has been a Hutchinson team. I didn't see the first 2 league games. You and Glenn did those games. But the Blue Dragons second quarter have played with a lot of aggression.
And it seemed like they needed just one boost of confidence somewhere in a quarter somewhere to get them started on this conference season, and maybe this will be that quarter.
Dragons can, if they wish, take the last shot of the first half. They have it out front. Kelsey Pratt. Now 10. Barber fires top of the key, missed everything. Scramble for the rebound, and it is a co-possession, and the arrow will stay with Hutchinson with 6 to play in the first half. From 14-8 down to 29-14 advantage, that's a heck of a quarter. Dragons inbound. Going to have to hurry. Roebuck drives inside. In traffic, travels.
And that's maybe the only negative of this quarter, that you take a timeout, thing up, and don't get anything out of it but a turnover.
Pratt's got to move at the length of the floor in 2.7 seconds, and Dragons with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, designed mainly to just make Pratt use time. Now, Pratt obviously is going to go with a long pass because everybody is in a forecourt except the inbound. Baseball pass to forecourt, taken away by the Blue Dragons. Time for a half-court heave. It is off the back iron by Tia Bradshaw, and we reach halftime, and an impressive second quarter sees Hutchinson come from 4 down at the end of the one period to a 29-14 halftime lead. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with halftime from the Beaverdome.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Maybe you're being audited, or maybe you filed for an extension and still need some tax help. We at H&R Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
It could be you just woke up feeling way too yucky, or one of your kids gets really scuffed up while playing. Whatever the reason, you might need same-day medical care. You'll really appreciate the Prairie Star Walk-In Clinic. We're concerned about your well-being, whether you have insurance or not. Welcome to the responsive care you deserve at Prairie Star Health Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
There are a couple of things that you need to be taken care of if you haven't already done so. First of all, there's flu in the Hutchinson area. If you've not had a flu shot, do yourself a favor and get one. Still time if you're fortunate to have it impact and maybe keep you from getting something that nobody likes to battle. So you first of all get your flu shot. If you're interested in Medicare Part D, if you're interested in making changes, the time period for doing that runs from now through early December. Actually, very early December. And if you want the best Medicare Part D insurance policy on the market, the Medicine Shop can help you with that just as well as with the flu shot. They've got the most updated high-tech on the market. All you really need to do is take them your list of medications. They'll look at all the plans out there, and they'll pick the 3 best plans for your specific drug list. They'll give you the 3 best plans, tell you what you can expect to pay with each one, and let you make the choice. I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't want to stop by the medicine shop and take care of those two items. Blue Dragons, Darren, kind of took care of business in that second quarter. Down 14-8, not playing well, and all of a sudden, to close the half, a 21-zip run.
And hopefully that second quarter will be able to break this team out of whatever funk it was in those first two conference games. That was a combined 54 turnovers. They finished with 8 turnovers in the first half of play. Remember, they had 8 in the first quarter against Cloud County. It was that same funk, though, through the first quarter of action. It was almost as if the roles had been reversed. The Blue Dragons shot 23% from the floor. Meanwhile, Pratt, one of the worst field goal percentage shooting teams in the nation, in fact, in the bottom 7, down at number 173, was shooting 41.7%. Well, that all changed and has evened out after that first quarter of play. After the Beavers led it 12-8, it was then a 21-2 quarter for the Blue Dragons. In that quarter, shot 1 for 11, just 9.1%. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc, and time possession after the Blue Dragons forced the Beavers late into the shot clock to throw up a shot from 2 or 3 feet beyond the arc. Got a couple of shot clock violations out of the deal, as well as some of those shots didn't even draw iron. One shot actually went in, but it was released well too late. Jada Catlin leading her team with 7 points and 2 rebounds. She has 7 of her team's 14. For the Blue Dragons, it was that second quarter of action that saw Jada Mickens get going. She is well on her way for a double-double, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Dejanay Roebuck is right behind her with 7 rebounds and could be a little bit stronger on the inside. I know you're saying, well, wait a minute, didn't she have an and one on the inside? Yeah, after 2 missed shots. 4 and 6 feet away before she put one in through contact. She's shooting 2 for 6 from the floor, has 4 points, 5 points for Alicia Brown. She had a couple of really nice layups, one taken away from her, maybe just that extra half step through the lane. Got caught on that by the official, but one of those layups on the left-handed side, of finish with the left hand, she had a really nice pump fake ball move and got the defender to step just away and out of the lane to give her enough space to finish. A completely different Blue Dragon team in that second quarter. I would venture to say a different team than we've even seen this entire year. If that's the team that can take the floor the rest of this game and on into future games, you're going to like what you see as the Blue Dragons go on that 21-2 run in the second quarter and are ahead at halftime 29-14.
Well, if you're not in attendance tonight in Pratt, the next opportunity for you to see the Blue Dragons will be the first game in the sports arena in conference play, and that'll be Tuesday. Normally it would be a Wednesday game, but it is Tuesday next week because of the Thanksgiving break. Blue Dragons will be at home against Coffeyville, always a dangerous foe. So again at halftime, 29-14. We're going to take another 2-minute break. Darren and I am Rusty Hills. We'll be back after you hear from these great folks.
This is Carter File, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
During Jim's Water & Woods Black Friday weekend sale, the whole store is 15% off. That means 15% off on hot spring spas, pool and spa chemicals, grills from seasonings and sauces. You'll also save on Eno hammocks, backpacks, and more, along with the new Brio fire pits. If it's in the store, you'll save 15%, but only this Friday from 8:30 till 5 and Saturday 9 till 3 at Jim's Water & Woods, 419 West 2nd in Hutchinson.
Need a ride anywhere in Reno County? Reno County Area Transportation can get you there. RCAT provides first-come, first-served general public transportation that is safe and affordable whether you live in town or in the country. RCAT accepts tickets, monthly passes, or cash. 24-hour advance notice required for rural pickups. Call 694-2913 for information.
If you listen to the radio or watch TV, you probably realize you could be in for a real shock when you get your next heating bill. E&M Plumbing has the solution with the Rude 90-plus modulating gas furnace. Efficiency ratings of 94% and above could mean 30 to 40% savings on heating costs. And it's so quiet, you'll wonder if it's even running at all. E&M's regular service and Rude's reputation for reliability are your answers for high energy costs. For no obligation answers, call E&M Plumbing, your Rude dealer for the Hutchinson area.
Well, we are in Pratt, where the Lady Blue Dragons have a nice halftime lead, 29-14 over the Beavers of Pratt. I give you an update on some of the things going on across the country in college football on this Saturday afternoon. Looking at top 25 results, at least one upset in the making. Kansas State playing at Oklahoma State, leading 45-34. 4:45 to go in that football game. Kansas State with the basketball. So the Wildcats might be in a great spot to knock off number 13, Oklahoma State. Ohio State, has there ever been a team with more of a Jekyll and Hyde personality than the Buckeyes this year? This time it's the good side of the Buckeyes, and they're beating up on Illinois 52-14, that game in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma over Kansas 38-3 with 10 minutes to play in that game. Georgia bouncing back from a disappointment last week, winning easily over Kentucky 42-13. That game has 2 minutes to go. Penn State going to get a win over Nebraska. A long season getting longer for the Cornhuskers, 42-24. Michigan State over Maryland. That game barely into the fourth quarter, but Michigan State up 17-0. And that is all of the top 25 football scores on this Saturday afternoon. We might take a look at some of the other action around the country. Darren, take over for a minute, and I'll see if I can sort through and find all of the Big 12 scores.
I'll take a look at some more women's basketball across the Jayhawk Conference. Coffeyville getting a victory over Dodge City very handily, 70-38. The men are in action now at Dodge City, and it's 79-64. Coffeyville on top in that one. Back to women's action in the conference. Independence victorious over Neosho 78-41. And then Allen took care of Colby 71-57. So far some of the women's scores that are coming through haven't necessarily been close across the conference.
There are a couple of, actually 3 other Big 12 scores that I could pass along. These involving teams not in the top 25. Nice win for Texas. It's a final, 2014 over West Virginia. TCU, National, that's a final, 27-3. And Iowa State no longer in the rankings, but having, by Cyclone standards, a very nice year with a 10-point lead over Baylor, 23-13. Brings you up to date on college football again here at the break. Hutchinson behind 10 points from Jada Mickens with a 15-point lead over the Beavers at the halftime break.
That game has now gone final over there with Coffeyville and Dodge City. That's actually at Coffeyville, winning at 88-70 in men's action. And some basketball action on the women's side just getting underway as Barton early as it goes to the close in the first quarter on top of Butler, 13-9.
Well, let's work in one more 2-minute break before the start of the second half. Dragons lead it 29-14. We're coming back after you hear from these good folks.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu, take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. One goes to the Anchor. That's in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Imagine for a moment the best deal ever on smartphones. Got it? I bet Nextech Wireless has you beat. Now through the end of the year, get up to 5 smartphone lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for only $100. Whether 3 lines, 4, or 5, it's just $100. And the deals don't stop there. All smartphones are buy one, get one free. Say hello to unlimited gifting, unlimited data, and unlimited holiday happiness. Certain restrictions apply. Merry Christmas from Nextech Wireless.
Hello, this is Tom Elliott of Elliott Mortuary, and again this year we are pleased to help sponsor HCC Blue Dragon Sports. We encourage you to support all the Blue Dragon games, both home and away, with your attendance, but if not, we hope you enjoy listening to the game here on KWBW and Country 102.9. Elliott Mortuary and Crematory, a proud sponsor of Hutchinson Community College, and honored to have served the families of Hutchinson and Reno County since 1935.
Hi, I'm Ken Hyman, General Manager of Midwest Superstore in Hutchinson. We're proud to be a sponsor of HCC Sports. You have choices when it comes to your vehicle purchases, and a better way is more than a slogan. Any new or select pre-owned purchase comes with our Advantage Rewards benefits. That includes complimentary car washes with every service visit, a loaner car with any major service, including oil changes and tire rotations. A better way also means no high-pressure sales tactics. Everyone has deals, but do they take care of you after the sale? Visit us at MidwestSuperstore.com and go Blue Dragons.
In this battle between two teams looking for their initial win in the Jayhawk Conference, and after all, it's very early in the season, Hutchinson with much the better of it through the first half, leading 29-14. Blue Dragons will have played their first three games all on the road. Pratt will have played its first three games, 2 at home.
It hasn't really been a safe place, though, for him, has it?
It has not.
1-3 here at the Beaverdome.
So the Blue Dragons will see if they can build on what was a very nice second quarter, and the Pratt Beavers will see if they can regenerate some of the form in the first quarter where they had a 12-8 lead. Dragons will continue to put pressure on. Beavers get the ball inbounds, and we're underway in the third quarter. Hutchinson 29, Pratt 14. Catlin plays to Wesley. Wesley back out front, loses the handle. Mickens comes up with it. Mickens on the drive, uses the wrong hand from the offside, misses. Nice rebound inside by Dejanay Roebuck, and she is fouled.
Just a failure to finish there. The second time at least we've seen that there for Mickens. She does a good job getting herself in position to score, but again from the left side, it's that right hand that's closest to the defender she's trying to finish with.
And that time she hit the underside of the rim. Free throw is up and good by Roebuck. Gives her her 5th point of the game. And the second free throw is also good. So the Blue Dragons have a run now that is 23-0, extending over most of the second quarter, and the first points here in the third quarter. Beavers almost turned it over on the sideline, able to maintain a possession. There's a drive to the basket and a shot up and good by Tanisha Lewis. That snaps that 23-0 Hutchinson run. Dragons try for three from the corner. Don't get it. Sarah Kramer missing. Rebounded by the Beavers. They throw long down the right sideline. Dragons back defensively. Beavers bring it up high. Tanisha Lewis has it. Lewis harassed by Mickens. Now the ball comes off to Tullis. Tullis, who missed a game because of a concussion, shows no effects of it now. Catlin has it. Guarded by Brown, goes behind her back on the dribble, tosses it in the corner. The corner three, misses everything. It's a shot clock violation. At least the 4th one of those in the game for Pratt.
Yeah, 10 turnovers now, and you force them into that shot that Pratt doesn't really want to take, and forcing up long threes is not going to work well for a team that only shoots 31% from out there.
So the Blue Dragons try to run the set offense on the shot, and she is much more comfortable going to the right.
She really is. You could tell even with that left-handed dribble down the court earlier, the ball kind of would come out of control as it came back up in her palm.
Mickens will shoot 2. First foul on Tanisha Lewis. Free throw by Mickens. The first one missed. Pretty good free thrower normally. 13 of 18 on the year prior to that shot. Second free throw is good. Mickens has 11, and the Blue Dragon lead is 16 at 32-16. For Pratt, Tullis harassed out front by Roebuck for the Dragons. Off to Dakota Smith. Now on the right side of the floor, it is Wesley. Wesley's pass too tall, going to go out of bounds. Not touched by a Blue Dragon. It'll be Hutchinson's basketball. And the Beavers just have not been able to withstand the Hutchinson pressure. And it doesn't have to be suffocating. Just annoying pressure has been enough to cause a lot of turnovers.
And I'll tell you more about the screens here in just a minute.
There's a foul on Pratt as for Hutchinson. Alicia Brown tried to drive the sideline.
One of the things the Beavers trying to do is send out a screen from the post up around the elbows, but those screeners are not getting any contact, so the defenders don't even have to switch. They just stay with whoever they're guarding, and it's keeping this defense right on top of the Beavers.
Dragons inbound. Brown drives right down the lane. Teardrop goes in. Nice drive down the paint by Alicia Brown. Her third field goal, 7th point. Hutchinson 34-16. Nearing the 7.5-minute mark of the third quarter. There's Catlin on the drive from the right side. Muscles one up, doesn't get it. Good defense by the Dragons. Mickens in the open floor on the dribble. Skids to a stop. Gives it off to Alicia Brown in the right-hand corner. Back out front to Kramer. Wheels to the left side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw back to the point to Nene Roebuck. Now Brown has it on the side with 12 to shoot. Back out front to Roebuck. Now we're down to 6. Go inside to Brown. Brown works to the left side, uses the window and scores. Brown with 9. Hutchinson 36-16. For the Beavers, Catlin. She's playing with 3 fouls. Can't be too aggressive. Backhand pass to teammate Tiana Tullis. Her shot blocked out of bounds by the Dragons. It'll stay with Pratt. And into the Pratt lineup comes Mackenzie Anderson. Sitting down is Tanisha Lewis. Beavers inbound, baseline right. Comes out high to Anderson. Anderson drives to the left side. In the corner, it is Tullis. Tullis puts it on the floor, drives baseline, cut off, brings it back to the left-hand corner, and traveling is called on Kira Pollard.
12 turnovers now for the Beavers, and that's what happens when your screens aren't working and you're not getting each other open. It's a lot of one-on-one basketball, and the Beavers need to attack as a team.
Hutchinson continuing to grow the advantage. There's a nice set play and breaking underneath, and getting a layup is Sarah Kramer. 38-16. Dragons have outscored Pratt 30-2 over most of the second quarter, early here in the third quarter. Pratt at one point led 14-8. Hutchinson gets a knockaway. Ball out of bounds to Pratt. So Hutchinson will defend the inbounds from the right side of the floor. Pratt brings it way out front to Tullis. Now off to Parvin. Wing right to Anderson. Anderson inside to Pollard. And a foul call.
The only thing that got Mickens in trouble is that she continued to try and body up after the ball had been thrown into the post. And I know Coach is going to say this and Mickens is going to say this. I'm straight up. But really where the movement is coming is from the feet and the hips as you body up waist to waist.
Called on Hutchinson. Pratt gets a foul, and that's probably a good foul on Mackenzie Anderson because the Dragons had a lot of open spaces in front of them and numbers.
Yeah, and it would have been the first fast break points had they gotten away, too.
38-16, it is Hutchinson. Pretty comfortable. There's a drive all the way to the basket and a layup good. Nice strong move by Bradshaw. 40-16. For Pratt, Mackenzie Anderson. Bothered by Brown. Shakes her. They're taking advantage of a screen. Dragons really putting a lot of pressure on. Double teaming when they can. Try to trap in the corner. And the ball thrown way out in front. It's going to go into the backcourt except for a great save by Tiana Tullis. Beavers wind up with it. Shot from the left baseline is missed by Anderson. Rebounded by the Dragons. Dragons drive it to the inside, throw it away. Roebuck with a pass across the lane, didn't get there. for Pratt. Tullis has it, and the timeout going to be called and taken by Pratt with half the third quarter gone. This will be a short one. Hutchinson leading it 40-16, a 30-second break.
Whatever the sport or season it may be, if you suffer any kind of sports injury, call the outstanding doctors at Pinnacle Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Doctors Lowen and Severud have effectively treated virtually every kind of sports injury. They use the most advanced arthroscopic surgical techniques available to medicine. You'll also work closely with their highly trained physical therapists every step of your rehab. Get back in the game with Pinnacle Sports Medicine. Call 662-6000 to schedule your appointment or visit them online at summitks.com.
Welcome back into Pratt, where the Blue Dragons enjoy a 40-16 advantage. You are listening on Hutchinson's Country Station, Country 102.9 KHUT, and KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM.
Not very often will you get a 30-2 run, and that's exactly what Hutchinson is on. Pratt with the basketball, and the Dragons guilty of a foul out front. It'll go against Tia Bradshaw. Just her first and only the fourth whistle on Hutchinson in the entire game.
Beavers' philosophy so far in this one has been when in doubt, jack a three, and they're 2 for 14 from beyond the arc.
Hutchinson continuing to put some pressure on. There's a turnaround shot by Dakota Smith. She was well guarded, doesn't hit the shot. Dragons with the rebound. Dragons throw it down inside. Pretty tough pass to handle. Coretta Hopkins fired it with a lot of heat on it, and the Dragons can't handle it. Out of bounds it goes.
Over number 10, but just before that, double-double officially now for Mickens as she picked up her 10th rebound. That should have been a double dribble.
Yeah, should have been, but wasn't called. Channa Parvin drives into the lane, misses badly. Rebound cleared out by the Dragons. It is Kelsey Brett with it for Hutchinson. Brett gives it off to Roebuck. Dragons work it to the left side, drive to the basket, and the ball turned over by Coretta Hopkins. Pratt comes away with it. And there is a foul on Hutchinson's Tia Bradshaw reaching in.
That's the only thing that's going to keep her out of this game is if she gets into foul trouble. I want to go back to the play by Parvin. So she goes to dump it off to a teammate, brings it into two hands and tosses it to her, but it's not touched by her teammate. She can go pick that ball up, but she goes and gets it and dribbled through. Should have been a double dribble.
Beavers inbound baseline left. Toss it out front. Toss it right into the hands of Nene Roebuck, who returns the favor as she has a her knee, and it's taken away by Mackenzie Anderson for Pratt. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter for Pratt. Anderson cut off in the lane. Out front to Pollard. Now it is Parvin with it. Parvin stops, fires up a three, doesn't get it. Scramble for the rebound. Pratt rebounds, but Hutchinson blocks the shot. Dragons come away with the miss and a foul call on Pratt. This is one of those situations where Hutchinson simply has Pratt out-talented.
They really do, and so all you have to do is not shoot yourself in the foot, right? For some of the players, it's don't get yourself into foul trouble. And for others, it is don't turn the ball over.
Shooting will be Coretta Hopkins, young lady from Manville, Texas. Free throws it up and misses. First miss of the season for Coretta, who had made her first three as a Blue Dragon. Another. It rattles out. Rebounded by the Dragons. Mickens, and her shot doesn't fall, but she's fouled. And that's a situation where Mickens got away with going over the back because she was taller than the Pratt lady that was inside her, able to rebound over her back and be rewarded with free throws. That's a fourth foul on Deanna Tullis.
And we actually talk about that a lot in officiating camps as the first free throw rattles out, that don't give a taller player a disadvantage by calling them for that push from behind if they didn't make contact. Make sure they really did make contact and push to get through to that ball. If they're just taller, don't take that away from them.
One more shot from Mickens. This one is good. So she of 7 at the line. Add that to 4 field goals. She has 12. 41-16 Dragons. Pratt, since the very early moments of the second quarter has mustered just 2 points. We now have 3.5 to play in the third quarter. Parvin for Pratt. Almost lost it, got it back, able to get it to Anderson. Drives to the right side, got away with a travel. No, she didn't. Out official saw it. The official right there did not. But it is called. Hutchinson gets it on the turnover. And the Beavers have piled up a big number of those.
15.
Blue Dragons weave it out front. Hutchinson trying to be patient. Work it to the right side of the floor. Alicia Green has it. Now out front to Mickens with 3 minutes to play. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. There's a floater. Missed. Coming down the lane was Kayla Barber. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Pratt comes away with it. Mackenzie Anderson jumps from the right side. Does not get it. Rebound Pratt. Out in a hurry. Coretta Hopkins pushing it. Gives it off to the side. A three-pointer up is missed by Brett. Rebounded away by Pratt. Back the other direction we go. Parvin for Pratt. Now it is Wesley with it. Adriana.
Where's your man? Let's go.
They turn it over. Dakota Smith couldn't hang on to it. Dragon lead pass is off the fingertips of Coretta Hopkins and out of bounds.
Lots of opportunities at fast break points for the Blue Dragons. None by either team, and two things that have caught them up. The first is like that right there, a turnover. The second has been just flat out missed layups.
Both teams in fast break situations are playing beyond their speed limit. They just need to slow down just a little bit. But the Blue Dragons continue to lead it big, 41-16, a bump foul. Cheap foul on Blue Dragon Alicia Green. Won't result in any free throws yet. That's 4 team fouls on the Blue Dragons.
See the ball.
Pratt will inbound. Baseline right. Channa Parvin doing the honors. Comes into Catlin. Catlin lobs inside. And another foul on Hutchinson.
Mickens is just getting a little bit too strong down underneath. They may let you battle a little bit before that ball gets in there, but once someone is trying to gain an advantage by pushing the ball off of the block, the official will be right on that.
So now it is free throw time for Pratt. The free throw floats in for Dakota Smith, her first point of the game. One more shot for Dakota. Second free throw good. Love the hometown for Dakota Smith. Love the name. Hanker Heights. Where'd you go to high school? I went to high school in Hanker Heights. Dragons with the basketball, leading 41-18. Inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Left side of the floor, it is Green. Back to the point to Brianna Bradshaw. Now on the high post, Barber. Left side, Green. Reverse it to the right side, 4 to shoot. Going to have to put it up. The shot comes from the side. It is a 3, and it is good by Alicia Green. Her first three-point try of the season is a memorable one. 44-18. Blue Dragons with the big lead. Pratt doing an awful lot of dribbling. They try to backdoor play. Dragons defend it pretty well. Catlin misses in close. Rebound grab by Roebuck. Dragons have it. Ahead to a driving Brianna Bradshaw. She is shoved as she put the shot up. Brianna will get free throws. A couple of them. Fourth foul called on Jada Catlin.
And that's who the Beavers have relied on to get those points. Of course, she did a lot of that damage in the first quarter, but remember, she had 50% of her team's points going into the half.
Free throw missed by Bradshaw. Normally a really good free throw shooter. Now 7 out of 9 on the year. She and sister Tia both coming to Hutchinson from Dodge City. Second free throw also missed. Rebound by Roebuck. She muscles it up, doesn't score inside. And Pratt comes away with Tanisha Lewis grabs it. Throws long. And throws it out of bounds.
Gotta get back.
52 seconds to play in the third quarter. Blue Dragons trailed the entire first quarter, early moments of the second, but man, did they take over them. Right now, both teams struggling to score. Barber has it between the rings. Off to Brianna Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the corner. Roebuck from the corner for three. Doesn't get it. Rebound on the weak side is by Kelsey Brett. Dragons hang on to it. Now Bradshaw with it. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. No shot clock for the Blue Dragons. Corner right, it is Green. Drives. Gives it off to Roebuck. Has it go through her fingers, but able to track it down. Now Barber from the free throw line hits. Kayla Barber. First points of the game. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Pratt will toss up a long three. It is off the mark. And through three, Hutchinson in complete control. 46-18. Fourth quarter in 1 minute.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon athletics.
Welcome back into Pratt, where the Blue Dragons, after three, enjoy a 46-18 lead here on Hutchinson's Country Station, Country 102.9, and KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM. Alongside Rusty Hilst, I am Darren Dunn. And Rusty, in the paint is one place this game really changed after the first quarter. Pratt led it after one by 4, and at that point, it was a 6-4 advantage in the paint for the Beavers. Since then, it's been all Blue Dragons, 28-6 now in the paint, enjoying 20 points off of turnovers and 17 second chance points off of 18 offensive rebounds.
And the Blue Dragons in the middle 2 quarters of this game have outscored Pratt 38-6. Hutchinson with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. Dragons get it down deep, and a nice basket scored by Roebuck.
Roebuck now with a double-double.
Blue Dragons 48-18. 30-point lead for Hutch. Dragons have turned it around with aggressive defense, and it continues here in the early stages of the fourth quarter. 9.5 to play in this game. Backdoor play, Catlin is loose, and that's a nice play. And Jada Catlin has her 9th point. She plays with 4 fouls. Blue Dragons toss it inside. Barber off the window, good. Kayla Barber with her second basket. Dragons continue to find ways to score inside here in the second half. Main thing they do is to keep that pressure on. It has been pretty suffocating in the eyes of the Beavers. Jada Catlin has it out near the half-court line, 7 to shoot, starts to drive. Dragon defender Bradshaw stays right with her. The shot comes from the wing. It is missed, but a rare offensive rebound by Pratt. Shot missed. This time the Dragons snare the rebound. It is Brianna Bradshaw. In the corner to Roebuck. Back to Bradshaw. Out front to Green. Right side of the floor, Brett. Now Green. Now Roebuck. They work it around the wing. Now inside. Shot up with the left hand. Missed by Brett. Rebounded away by Tanisha Lewis. And for Pratt now it is Parvin. Now they work backdoor, and Catlin, who got a backdoor drive from the right side the last time down the floor and made it. This time has the same opportunity from the left side. Can't hit the basket, but she'll go to the line, fouled on the drive by Bradshaw.
Catlin had 5 points after 1 quarter of play, 7 of her team's 14 going into the half, and had gone quiet until that basket moments ago.
2 free throws here. The first one is not good.
Not a good free throw shooting team. 130th in the nation. 58.7% from the line. And can I ask you what the deal is with the offense? Have you seen this team come down? The point guard will dribble out by the volleyball 10-foot line, and everyone will stand. No one will move.
It's almost like I'm gonna dribble until I can get a shot or until I get stopped, and then I'll pass to you, and you can try see what you can do. And meanwhile, the teammates are watching.
You've heard of the motion offense, right?
Yeah. Mobility offense. Beavers putting a little pressure on. Dragons able to get it across the timeline. Moving toward the 7.5-minute mark. Almost turn it over. Sarah Kramer gives it off to Brett. Now it is Alicia Brown. 5 to shoot. Drive from the right side, a dish back to the free throw line. Brown with a jumper. That doesn't get it. Rebound tapped around. Boy, Mickens works hard, can't control it. Juggled it a couple of times. But that's for a different time. Pratt basketball. 7 minutes and a little change to go till the end of this one. Dragons very, very comfortable. Catlin has it out front, and you're right, there's nothing happening. Now Catlin runs into trouble, gets it off to Cannon. Now at the free throw line, a shot is missed by Dakota Smith. Dragons take away the rebound. Sarah Kramer comes out with it, driving, pushing it up the floor against Mianna Klaus. Backhand pass inside, turned over. Pretty good defensive effort right there by Pratt's Dakota Smith. Catlin puts one up and hits it, and she's fouled. Jada Catlin with her 11th point.
Very interesting call. She goes into that move. Kramer's in a good defensive position before swiping through to get that second foot down. Could have also been a travel call.
That's what I thought it should have been. Catlin continues to miss free throws. She's missed all 3 of those. Dragons with the rebound. Hutchinson still leading at 50-23. Drive to the basket and a score by Tia Bradshaw. With it, a foul.
It's one of those, anything you can do, I can do better. She sees Catlin get the and on one end off the layup. She says, I'm going to one-up you on this end.
Tia Bradshaw does finish off the three-point play. She's made all 3 of her charity shots in this one, and the Dragon lead is again 30. 53-23. Clock ticking 6-minute mark. For Pratt, Klaus, side, and a foul on Hutchinson. This one will go on Tia Bradshaw, her 3rd, and you perhaps can hear a vocal Hutchinson coaching staff off to her left hollering, quit fouling.
Yeah, because they're not doing anything to attack you. You know how you draw up the circles on the board, the X's and the O's for the offense? It's like Pratt drew up the 5 circles and never put the arrows to put anybody in motion.
Beavers get it inside, and there's another Hutchinson foul. This will be the 4th on Mickens.
That's all you really have to do against this team is just kind of get in between them and the basket and get up. Instead, that little extra bit of aggression has worked against the Dragons.
It up and misses. Well, they've done nothing to improve their stature as one of the poorest rebounding teams in the country. Haven't had that many opportunities, but have made just 2 of 6. Now 3 of 7.
Stop. Go fire!
Hutchinson against pressure. Gets the ball up the floor. Mickens has it in the corner. Out front to Brown. Now it is Brianna Bradshaw. Down on the baseline. A tough reverse won't fall for Brown. Rebound by Mickens, and she is fouled. Jada will shoot her 8th and 9th free throws of the game.
Seen more reverse layup attempts from this Blue Dragon team this season than I think I've seen in a long time, and the reason they stick out is because they've been missed on most of those opportunities.
Free throw by Mickens is good.
You'd almost rather see a player get down there and instead of continuing that motion all the way through and trying to circus shot it up in the reverse, stop, pivot really quickly and turn around and get a better look at the shot facing it.
One more shot coming for Mickens, and it is perfect. Hutchinson 55, Pratt 24. 5.5 left. Catlin, a drive to the basket. Left hand scoop, missed. Foul on the rebound. Hutchinson will go to the free throw line. Or will they? Nope, not yet. Called that foul on Tanisha Lewis. Alicia Green, middle of the floor to Brett. Dragons at the offensive end have a numbers advantage. Brown jumps in the paint, can't get it. Pratt with a nice block out and a rebound. Grabbed by Brianna Cannon. Now Catlin with it. Gives it off to Cannon. Back to Catlin. Now right side of the floor. It is Klaus. Klaus really being bothered. Controls. Off to Smith. Now Catlin. And there's another shot clock violation. At least 5 in this game on Pratt.
That's what happens. You can't expect to get the ball to go inside if you're on the perimeter for 25 seconds of the shot clock.
And Hutchinson coach John Onchus. A 60-second timeout with Hutchinson very, very comfortable.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, and by Mann, Wyatt, and Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has helped homeowners bring their remodel ideas to life. If you're looking to update a kitchen or bathroom or hoping to remodel your entire home, trust the team at Erickson Custom Building. We create customized plans designed around your dreams, ideas, and budget. For quality and follow-through on any home project, call Erickson Custom Building at 620-585-28.
Blue Dragons at 1 trailed in this game 14-8. It has been total, and close was Nene Roba. Perfect pass from Mickens. High-low, everything but the finish.
Could have been an and-one opportunity. Instead, it'll be in the bonus.
Mickens toes the line, bounces, holds it in her left hand, flips it up. She's made 4 in a row. She's made 5 in a row.
The reason I wondered if he was going to call it is because it's the same call that they've gotten on her on the other end. So you just want to make sure you're consistent. Lopsided victory.
It is Parvin. Off to Wesley. Now Catlin, staccato dribble. Gives to Cannon. Down on the baseline. Dragons trying to cover up back out front. And they throw it in the backcourt. Nobody looking. Pratt goes back to retrieve it, and that'll be over and back. Got in trouble on the baseline, and the pass was just thrown out front to nobody in particular. And Hutchinson comes up with a basketball. And for all intents and purposes, this game has 30 seconds to play. There's 0.7 of a second difference between shot clock and game clock. Dragons get a jumper in the lane. It won't fall for Chibu. Pratt comes away with it. First action of the game for Vivian Chibu. Catlin. Dribble seconds away. Be pretty impressive if you didn't trail by 33. Now gives it off inside. Shot missed. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Hutchinson's basketball with 0.2 of a second to play. And that'll do it. As the Blue Dragons, dominating the last 3 quarters, pick up their first league win of the season. Hutchinson 64, Pratt 31. We'll take 2 minutes, be back with postgame.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue, all 3 pharmacists at the Medicine Shop graduated from HCC. Rick Stone in 1984, Brent Bauman in 2001, and Lacey Stone in 2007. In fact, the Medicine Shop has employed over a dozen HCC students over the past 15 years who are now Kansas pharmacists. The Medicine Shop and the Blue Dragons working together.